and welcome to This Car Pod.
I'm Kennan.
I'm Filippo.
There's a lot to talk about. Bring on our first news story.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. Stop, start. So the White House recently put out a video related to this. So the Trump administration has said that they're going to be removing the credits for automakers to install start-stop technology. They claim that it really upsets people, and everybody's mad about it. Everybody's mad about it. They all hate it.
People don't like it.
People don't like it. Me, I'm actually not that bothered by it.
Well, you've never driven a car that has.
Yes, I have. I haven't owned one, but I've driven many.
You in your life have never been around a car.
The first time it happened to me in an 812 Superfast, I was a little surprised at that, I have to say.
I will say, I don't hate it.
Well,
I don't feel strongly about it.
You're Filippo.
I don't feel strongly about it in any way, shape, or
We
form.
know that you don't hate. We also know that you like government overreach. The government reaches into your house. You're like, come on, government.
All right.
More reaching.
Getting out of Filippo's house and reaching. Some manufacturers.
Have you seen the video?
That's the big thing, is that the
let's
White
watch it.
House has put out
we
a
can't
video.
watch
We have to watch the video. We have to watch the video.
Yes, we can.
We have to watch the video.
We can.
There's a video where there's a couple of people. We're not going to explain
In a Prius,
what they are.
and then there's this girl
another
drinking
person,
clearly a Coca-Cola, and she's
generic
on that
person.
side of the car, and then all of a sudden it's on the other side, and it's in some AI car that doesn't exist.
You don't think that's a Roma?
No, and
No.
it says they're leaving auto stop start in the dust. I think it was so they're making something hot
So
again.
I do have a few questions about the video.
Well, I don't want to talk about the
Keep
video.
it cool while making America hot again.
If we talk about the video, the comments are going to be just littered with this crap. Let's stick to
I'm
the
going to keep it
cars.
correlated.
Okay.
First of all, it starts with a second gen Prius. It starts with a third gen Prius, and then goes to a second gen Prius. And also, the Prius, to my knowledge, does not have a start stop on off button.
No, I don't think
No,
it does.
I don't think
That's
it
the
does.
third gen Prius the
Yep.
whole time.
Nope.
Like the engine just
the
comes on.
interior in that shot is actually also a second gen Prius.
No,
And then we'll just wait.
it's all
definitely
a
a
third
second
gen
gen.
Prius.
And then wait.
All right.
Look. Wait. Look.
Oh yeah, that's definitely the same color.
And that is the car portion of this that we can talk about.
The auto start stop. People don't like it, and I think that this is a response to the people not liking it.
Yep.
There is some
It's
benefit
popular.
that it has.
Emissions.
yeah. I've heard that Europe is going to make it non-defeatable, or maybe they already have.
That's Europe.
We don't.
We don't.
Yes,
participate.
I read like the statement. Motor Trend did a great thing of talking to a bunch of manufacturers about what they think.
What
And
are they going to do?
Some were like, it just depends on the market. Ford was like, kind of, yeah. I mean, it's kind of what you'd expect from the various manufacturers.
People
So I
don't
think-
like it. I mean, routinely I hear from people that they don't like
Well,
it.
my thing with it always was, it just seems like it's stressful in the starter motor. Cold weather, it's stressful in the engines. Like it seems like the savings are not that great.
Manufacturers, believe it or not, do have engineers, and they figured out how to beef up starter motors, or only like for
Whenever
example.
this comes
But
up,
didn't BMW just have a recall on their starter
whenever this
motors?
comes up, the word beef
That's
is
their own
used.
fault.
Every single time the
That is
word
their-
beef is used.
Beef
Ironic.
is just,
They beef it up. Why
it's
can't you say
cer-
enhanced? Every time the starter motor
They
discussion comes up
enhance
with
the
auto
starter motor.
Because enhanced just sounds so delicate. You know? Beef is like what's for dinner.
And also, it will only work when you're not, in most cars, when you're not using a C on high, when the load on the engine, the engine's warmed up. It doesn't really matter, though. They're going to cut the credits for it. Who really cares?
And automaker. What do you mean? Who cares? A lot of people are going to love this, and you no longer have to be one of the people who are warm at this light. You can now be one of the people
that
who's
are hot.
hot.
Cool.
Yes.
That's the weird
I'm
thing.
not
Both
sure about
hot
this.
and cool mean the
No,
same thing.
keeping cool while making America hot again.
I don't get it, but that's okay.
Okay.
It's bizarre. It's all.
But the point they were making, which you are obfuscating intentionally because you love that government, the point they were making is that people don't like this and they are getting rid of it. And now it will be
They're
gone.
removing incentives that manufacturers have been pursuing.
You're
for
trying to
years.
imply that some manufacturers will not get rid of it.
Of course.
I don't agree with that. I think they're going to get rid of it.
You for example, you have a mild hybrid in your E-Class wagon.
Yeah.
The main benefit is that the engine can shut off more easily as you're approaching a stop sign, and then maybe give a little bit of power.
The main benefit is that my hybrid system runs accessories such as the little lights on the climate control buttons.
What? Doesn't matter. Regardless, some manufacturers, especially the ones that have hybrids, that have mild hybrids, I suspect will keep doing it, keep those features going.
They'll probably do it for cars where they figure the people won't care. But
And
like
also-
trucks and Ferrari,
Yeah, sure.
they'll probably drop it.
Sure.
I mean, it adds, you have to beef up the starter motor for God's sake.
You have to imagine that they expect that the credits will come back for it, or that emissions requirements will come back eventually. And so I don't.
Yeah, but if you can get a few years out of not beefing up your starter motor, you take a button away, there's no beef. You could go chicken and
Poultry.
Or Chick-fil-A.
what's our next news story? This is interesting. We'll see what happens.
Interesting and bizarre.
And rude to people that don't praise this, I think.
This is a big deal. I want to talk a little bit
right.
about this. A
What is
couple of
this?
weeks ago, I get in my inbox there. You know my inbox?
Sure.
I get a note, hey, this is happening, this RS5 Avant. And they send us little embargoed information.
Yeah.
Well, it leaked, not by me. But now that the leak is here, I got an email from Audi today saying, please stick to the embargo. Folks, the leaked. It's out there. I ain't sticking it on embargo.
This is not the photo that you received. This is the photo that we pulled from one of the websites.
I actually never even looked at the photos, to be perfectly honest. But this is because they always give you like a silhouette. That's what they give the journalists.
Right.
Well, the real stuff's out there. This is cool as hell.
Yeah. What do we know about it that we know about it?
We know apparently a lot. I was surprised because I had always said if they brought the M3 Touring to the States, I would buy one. I said that for a long time.
Yeah.
They didn't do it. This is that.
But cooler. Maybe.
It's the same size because the M5 Touring instead came, which is this giganto normo masso thing. It's like a transformer. It's like what's the fella's name? The transformer.
Like the things that you see, like the boxes that you see outside of apartment, like an electrical transformer.
No. Like Optimus Prime.
Like the Shia LaBeouf transformer.
Like Optimus Prime. And so it's huge. It's huge.
Does it transform?
It may. There's got to be some explanation for the weight.
It actually stands up and knocks down. I've never seen the movies. I don't know.
It's ready. Yeah, it's ready to fight for you if it needs to. There's a component. It's built in there. It's in the transmission tunnel. Anyway, this is not that. This is the smaller. So this is M3 sized.
Yeah.
And it's a plug-in hybrid. And it's going to have some amount of power. The rumor mill says a plug-in hybrid 2.9 liter turbo V6, which I think is so sad because that's the motor they use in the RS cars already. I don't like that engine.
Really?
It doesn't have quick response from zero. It's pretty quick in the mid-range.
So a plug-in hybrid might actually be perfect.
It might improve it, but I just think
You have the download torque of the electric motor.
Right.
Maybe.
You'll have start-stop.
Audi's throttle tip-in has just never been what I've been looking for, and I bet they're going to screw it up in this car too, but I'm ready to give it a shot, except in the V8s. The V8s are great. That turbo V8 is amazing. It's not really an Audi motor. It's supposedly 630 horsepower.
Wow.
That's real.
And a wagon. And it looks like a pretty slopey wagon, but that's okay.
No,
I'll
it's
accept
a
that.
real wagon. There's no slopiness to it because you're thinking because they call it the A5, it's going to be slopey. No, it's a straight wagon. You're going to like it.
One of my complaints with Audi wagons in the last few generations that they've been a little too slopey for me.
But it's not like
I want
this
my
isn't
wagon
an
to
R7.
be practical.
What I'm telling you though is this isn't an R7.
Yeah.
This isn't like a
This
slopey
is not a
roof
hatchback.
thing.
This is a
is
real
like
wagon.
a true
That's exciting.
wagon.
I don't know. That roof does go down quite a bit.
But that's what all Audi wagons
That's what all
have
they
been.
all
That's what he's saying. He
That's
doesn't
true.
like
Yeah,
It's not
but
fair,
he's
but
wrong.
this will be very cool.
He
That's a different point.
You know what he wants? Honestly, he wants a 1998 Volvo V70.
Yeah, or a
with-
210 wagon.
He doesn't even care that it has extra power. And you know what he wants in that V70? A giant sunroof so the government can come in and reach for it.
I actually do want less power in my wagon.
He wants less power. He is the person in that Prius that video.
I want an E220 so bad. Regardless, this is incredibly cool. I love wagons.
So much power for it.
I love wagons. I think Audi wagons generally look phenomenal.
630 horsepower. That's real number.
Real.
Yep.
God, can't get him excited about power. 630 horsepower.
That's real.
That's
how you
real.
do it, Filippo.
The
I'm
really
excited.
cool thing about this, in my opinion, because there's also another body style
There's
that
a
I haven't
sedan.
paid attention to, and no one cares about that. But this is the cool one. And the thing that I think is really exciting, truly really exciting, is that it's the small size.
Yeah.
We have gotten already now the AMG E63,
Yep.
the M5 Touring, and the Audi RS6. So the big size wagons have
Yep.
come, but they have massive power and massive weight and massive expense.
Yep.
Obviously, this will still be expensive. It's probably an 85 car, but like finally we have a C63 sized or a M3
Yep.
sized.
Do we know that it's coming to the U.S.? the
Yeah,
wagon?
yeah.
I'm thrilled. Like, there's clearly been a return to wagons, and I think there's a large clientele of people like Kennan and myself. Well, Kennan doesn't like wagons, but
I do-
myself,
I do like
I don't
them.
have kids. I don't need the space of a full-size station wagon, but I would want a station wagon. I think there's a lot of people
like a
in that
sport
umbrella.
wagon.
Yeah,
Like, I think that's
Cool.
right. I think that's most of who bought the A4 All Road back when it was still going on.
Right.
5-8 years ago.
Yep.
I'm pumped.
into it.
I'm so pumped. Now, I did say that I would get the M3 wagon if it came to the States. I made that statement 5 years ago. Life has changed a lot since then, folks. I'm not buying this car. But I hope that you buy it out
Yes,
there.
we do.
Or you even.
No.
Yeah, that's not happening, but yeah.
What if they did a Reggie, like a 2-liter turbo?
He wants a 1.5.
Yeah, but collectively smaller.
And if they gave him 1.5,
No,
he'd ask for a 3-cylinder. What is all this 1.5? My God.
That's a waste.
I don't need a whole soda bottle.
Can you take off the mirrors? True Europe.
Nice. I'm very excited the Wagon is coming. I'm very excited it's out. It looks great.
Yeah, it's not out, to be clear. The Audi's still,
the
you got to
design
abide
is
by
out.
the embargo.
The image is out.
The image of it is out.
All right, give us the next thing. I'm pumped, truly.
All right, this is maybe the Ferrari Luce. We talked about the interior of the Ferrari Luce.
I got to be honest. I saw this 10 minutes ago. This is the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
The reason that we're talking about it this week is there was an interview where Johnny Ive, who designed the interior, we talked about him last week.
Yep.
Also, his firm designed the exterior too.
He's clearly proud of it.
And he has said that he's a little nervous about this reveal.
What did he say exactly? Was it that? Is he American?
No, he's English.
Is he English?
Yeah.
He's American, though. Yeah.
He's English.
You know who
It's English.
It's not.
This
He
guy is-
lived in
goes
Cupertino, worked for
great
Apple, and
lengths-
is one of the great industrial designers. But he
Great
is
lengths to make sure that everybody knows he's Italian. English, American. To an Italian, the English, the Americans, the Australians.
You know, he's described on Wikipedia. He is a Sir, by the way. He's a knight as a British American.
Well, okay, but he's okay. Anyway, the point is,
regardless,
he's nervous about the design of the car.
He has said that he's anxious about revealing the car to the world. It's still clearly a Ferrari, but it's a different manifestation based on some of the beliefs around simplicity and the inherent beauty of something.
Here's my thought. I was just reading this weekend about Michelangelo sculpting David.
Sure.
And he sculpted David out of a solid block of marble.
Sure.
Chiseled away until only
That's
David
how
was
you
left.
That's how you made them.
Yeah, that's how you.
Back then. Yeah, anyway.
Well, but my point is, what I'm hoping is
do you
that
think
this
happened?
car,
That's not-
I'm hoping that this car, somewhere lurking inside this block of marble,
What's
is an
coming out?
attractive car.
This is what David looked like after he finished the head. And like one arm.
This is grotesque. If this is even slightly close to what it will look like, it's grotesque and terrible. Little bread van.
For those who are listening to audio, this is a camo.
You want me to describe
Ferrari
it to audio?
camo.
Honestly, it probably sounds better in audio.
It's a car that's built for radio.
We know that he has said that it will be big, apparently, and that there's no disconnection between the interior and the exterior. It was designed all together. And we also know that one of the great, this is from Newson, who is the co-designer at Lovejoy. One of the great and serendipitous things is that this is an electric vehicle, the first electric Ferrari, so that has afforded us a degree of freedom that we perhaps would not have otherwise had. Literal physical freedom and creative freedom.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
They will lose that freedom after one design if it's bad. Mm-hmm. Italians should design cars. All great cars have been designed by Italians, including the original Audi A5 that we were just talking about moments ago. They're still using that design 20 years later. You want to know why? Because an Italian designed it. Meanwhile, this looks like a Nissan Stagea updated for the 21st
I bet
century.
it will look
Pull up
cool.
a Stagea, please.
I bet it will be very, very simple in their
Did
general
you
design
see
ethic.
that picture?
In their general design ethic, it will be very simple and a little rounded and kind of cool. I love the Stagea, by the way. Very square.
Yeah, this is your kind of thing.
Yep.
But this is what this looks like. It looks like just a complete squared off.
Which I would be into, but
Not
I don't
for
think
Ferrari.
I don't think it's
when
gonna
I
happen.
think Ferrari, this isn't the design language that I'm thinking of. That's why I'm hoping that lurking within this, they chisel away.
we saw the interior, and it's very rounded, very simplistic, great use of materials, and that's probably what's going to be true for the exterior too. I bet it will look better than you're expecting. Right now.
It has to.
Yep.
I nonetheless fear,
Yep.
and I'm just going to put this fear out there, if the designer is saying that he's worried about it. By the way,
No, he's just anxious about revealing it to
can I
the
tell you
world.
the last time a British man designed an Italian car? Pull up the Alfa Romeo SZ.
Oh,
Yikes.
yeah. That's a great point.
Which I love conceptually, but don't love
I
eyesight-wise.
agree.
This is what happens when the Italians ask the British. It should be the other way around. The
Right.
British should be asking the Italians to design the cars. The British should also leave the engineering to someone
Right.
else. They should sit out the whole process.
Yep.
But this is,
should build cars. Jaguar, glad you're listening. Sit out the whole process.
look at this.
That is.
It will be radical.
I think it's so cool, though.
Filippo, you agree it's going to look terrible.
It's going to look radical.
You agree terrible.
He's too diplomatic.
It's going to be radical.
He's hoping people will sell them on cars and bids, but keep talking bad about it. People are going to be selling them on cars and bids, yet for $100,000 off.
Well, that's what I read you. Doesn't matter.
You have to, it's the two
What do you
plus.
think a Porsche Sangue is right now?
No, they're still big money. They're still big
pretty
money.
big.
They're cool.
Imagine their high three.
It will be. There'll be opinions.
Yeah, of course. Look, people are going to want to pile on this car to hate it because it's an electric Ferrari and that is new and different. And admittedly, I like gasoline engines in my Ferraris.
Yeah, you don't want 4-door, 1,000 horsepower Ferrari.
Station wagon. Let me tell you something.
Not really.
The way to way to go electric if you're Ferrari is to come out with an F40, but it's electric. Like that's how you don't lose.
Well, no, they're going to
people.
come out with this instead.
Instead.
It was an idea.
I don't know if that's true. I mean, electric supercars like Rimac proved that people didn't.
So what's the what's the alternative? Come out with an electric station wagon that looks like the 250 bread van?
I mean, honestly, if it looked exactly like the 250 bread
But
van.
that's my point. You go heritage. This is
that's
grotesque.
I think
Maybe
so.
this is they added a bunch of. It won't look like this. This is obviously a spy
I've
shot.
seen enough spy shot camos in my
You can
life
see
to
in
know.
the rear though, where like it changes angle dramatically. That can't be real.
I'll tell you what scares me. This line scares the hell out of me for two reasons. Number one,
He's talking about from the C pillar to the D pillar.
going the whole. It's basically the belt line, and it scares me because this could be faked and just cardboard that they have on there to fool people. This is a body line. This is what the car is going to look like. Okay, and you know what it reminds me of? The Alpha SZ. Do you think this British fellow who designed this car talked to his previous British guy?
Keep in mind, Johnny and the firm.
He's one of the great designers.
He's one of the great designers.
But I don't think when the iPhone 4 came out, he was like, I'm apprehensive about revealing this to the world. He just did it and was like, this is a beautiful product.
It was very round.
All right, I'm going to give this. It's like
Yeah,
Francis Bourgeois. I'm going to give this the benefit of the doubt.
Wow, like Francis.
I'm going to wait to see it come out.
Yeah, May.
This line scares the hell out of me.
You'll see it in May and or before that if somebody leaks it as they do to Audi's RS5. You ever Google yourself and just get creeped out? I did that before I started using Delete Me and saw my phone number and home address floating out there for anyone to grab. And honestly, it freaked me out. That's why I've been using Delete Me for a while now. For me, it's about starting the year smarter, making sure my personal info isn't just out there for anyone, especially as I'm in more and more content. Delete Me goes in and removes your info from data broker sites, the companies that collect your data and sell it basically to anyone, even scammers. It's like a digital clean out, so you can focus on the stuff that actually matters. If you want to start 2026 safer and smarter, take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for Delete Me. Right now, listeners can get 20% off their plan at joindeleteme.com/DeMuro. Use promo code DeMuro at checkout. That's joindeleteme.com/DeMuro, code DeMuro.
Move on to the next news story and get this off the screen. Thank God.
Scout.
It's like a looking truck.
Scout, which is a very good-looking vehicle, they announced today that they're delayed.
Sad.
They delayed another year. They said they're delayed until 28. And they claimed, and I think we believe them, they claimed it's because they're having problems with production and all that stuff. It has nothing to do with the current EV market.
Hey, the cool thing about this is that they have the range extending engine. And based on some news a few months ago that we didn't talk about, I don't think, something like over half of pre-orders are for the range extended version.
The only question that we have is the range extending engine a V8?
No. I think it's a 3-cylinder or 4-cylinder.
Oh, good. That's what I want for my full-size truck with knobby tires.
That's not what powers it.
A 3-cylinder.
That's not what powers it. That's what charges the battery.
Yeah, but that presumably powers it if the battery runs out.
No,
imagine how
not.
fast
it's like
it could be
what
charged.
They claimed the Volt was, but not what the Volt wasn't actually.
No, but the Volt did what I wanted it to.
They originally claimed that it never would.
The Volt, by the way, named after an Italian.
What?
That's true.
Alessandro Volta.
Oh, yeah, fair.
He's one of your countrymen's heroes.
Yeah.
Now, I'll tell you, having looked at the original Volt, certainly wasn't designed by an Italian. Probably was designed by a British.
By and British.
I'm not surprised they're delayed. Why wouldn't they be, frankly?
Well, in their claiming technical issues, you agree with me that it's related to the market conditions, right?
I bet that they feel okay being delayed as a result. But they also need to put out products because they need money.
Well, isn't Volkswagen backing this whole thing?
Volkswagen is backing it. Rivian is a part of the technology team behind it, despite the fact that this will be their biggest competitor.
And
they built a new factory in South Carolina, right? Yeah.
Scout did?
Yeah.
My thinking is, they are building a factory in South Carolina. There's still quite a bit more to go, says the drive.
Which is probably part of the delay here.
The delay is related to the fact that nobody wants an electric car right now. It says there were two reasons for the delay. I'm loving this. Combination of technical issues and existing financial obligations. Well, it's Volkswagen. Volkswagen has some existing financial obligations. I'm still excited for this. Are you?
I am legitimately quite excited about it.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm amped. It looks cool, cool as hell. So yeah, they're not apprehensive about the design. They're just apprehensive about building the thing.
No, these are gonna be hits. This is gonna be a hit
it's gonna be
if
a
it comes out.
success.
Especially here.
28 coincides with the new presidential administration, so you wonder if maybe they're thinking,
Certainly the current climate and how many they could sell right now is going to be a part of it. But it is hard to get an upstart manufacturer. Every single company has delayed their launch of the first product.
but Scout has a lot of excitement behind it.
They should be
brand
better
name.
than this.
We've also seen Rivian have huge success without an already known brand name.
Yeah. No, they should be trying to move a little faster here, but hey, what's going to do?
Yeah, right, maybe. Or maybe they're just like, you know what, we have existing financial obligations. We're going to wait on this because we don't think it's going to sell.
What does that mean? They're running out of money?
I'll tell you, Volkswagen has no money. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Porsche's dead. Remember when Volkswagen announced they would have to lay off people for the first time in their whole history?
That was a shame.
Things are tough. Volkswagen, remember, here's what happened, and this is your government overreach. Volkswagen was making those diesel cars that were killing people with asthma, right?
Yep. That would be okay now, by the way. They should bring that back.
They should. And it was going great. And then they got found out, amazingly, by people at West Virginia University. They got found out.
What do you mean by amazingly? Let's pull that apart.
Well, because it's coal country, dude. It's coal country. And what was the result of that? They had to go electric. And what did they do when they went electric? They came out with the ID4, which is not beloved, and that van thing, which I love, and unfortunately no one else does.
Yep.
And so they went electric because your government made them, and now they're screwed again. There's 2 in a row they got screwed. Every door they open there's a brick wall behind it.
Try opening a window instead.
So now they have existing financial obligations.
Speaking of this and the ID Buzz, Forest Auto Reviews, who we love, has an ID Buzz and did a great kind of behind the scenes tour of the Scout. And there's a bunch of really cool interior.
Haven't I done a behind the scenes tour of the Scout?
Can't answer that.
All right, move on to the next one. Forest.
All right.
What not?
Tesla announced the other day that they have built their first Cybercab.
Yeah.
The first one's out of the production line yesterday.
Yeah. How's it going? How's Cybercab going?
You know, they built one. They apparently are not going to start regular production for a few months, so they built one.
So they built one.
And also, they've been running a cyber taxi around Austin that's, I think, based on a Model Y.
Yeah.
The Cybercab is a Model 3 with no steering wheel and some changes.
Well, no rear doors.
Yeah, which is odd for a cab. But nevertheless, their current taxi division has crashes that are 4 times the rate of normal human drivers.
Yeah, but
which is tough.
But first off, 4 times the rate of normal human drivers in Austin or just in general? Because in Austin, they'd be crashing into people. Nationally, this is the thing.
Yeah.
Austin, they got a much higher.
But the other companies, Waymo, Zoox, some of the others, less.
Is
lower.
Zoox a thing?
Yes.
People keep telling me about Zoox, and I'm like, I only know. What's the one that drives around with the blue Chinese vans here?
That would be Waymo.
What is Zeekr?
Zeekr is a company that makes those vans.
I don't understand what's going on.
We can tell. Zoox may or may not be around. All of these companies, except for Waymo, are on the verge of bankruptcy at literally any moment. And so that might change by the time you listen.
That might change by the time you listen in 48 hours from now. I, for one, am excited for the robo-taxis for a lot of reasons.
Can you name 2?
I think they're heinous, and I want more of that.
Yep.
And it's going to revolutionize the taxi industry. Dude, these are going to get into 4 times as many crashes.
Body shops are going to be thrilled.
It's going to be great. There's going to be stories coming out of it.
You already think about taxi drivers as questionable.
Right, I was in one today. It was like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
And now it's being driven by a robot that's 4 times more likely to crash.
Yeah, it's tough for Tesla's tech on this. Some of them they were not all Tesla's fault. Tesla reveals a lot less about the crashes than the other companies do.
Yeah.
But from what we can tell, they're not all Tesla's fault.
Right. They're just bad luck. It was just bad luck.
That tree shouldn't have been standing there.
Yes. Yes.
They are mostly property damage related. There were 2 that we know of where the Cybercab backed into something though.
That's good.
Or the cyber taxi back.
Backing up is hard.
It happened because it's just
I don't have an answer.
Okay, fine. I'm excited for these things. Glad they took this many people to hand build one unit.
I like the art and pictures. Random
There is
stuff
also the guy holding a picture of, I assume, their child, and that's interesting.
Okay, next one. The child helped build it.
Audi TT. So Audi recently announced in a little press thing that went out to everybody in the company that they are going to continue to build the Concept C or the C Sport, which is their EV TT replacement, based on the platform for the electric Cayman. Now, Porsche, of course, there's a lot of questions around if they're going to make that at all, and it seems like they're not going to. But Audi has said No, we will make this regardless.
Audi literally this week came out and said, regardless of what Porsche does, we're going to do it. Which kind of is an implication that Porsche ain't going to do it, right?
Yep.
Like that's the kind of them saying, we don't think there's going to be a Porsche, but we're going to do it.
The exact quote was, delivery of the platform by Porsche is not in question.
I do think that Audi has a lot more cover to build it. First off, this is an electric car in my mind. This is what an electric car looks like.
Yes, agreed.
And also, they can get away with it. Nobody cares.
Yeah, the TT doesn't have some long gas-powered car history.
No.
Right, there's not a dedicated group. Well, there are for the earlier TTs, but it's not like it is for Porsche
It's not a
products in
Porsche.
general.
They don't. They have a little bit more flexibility to do so.
So they're doing it regardless.
So they're gonna do it regardless.
Incredibly cool.
Yep, it's gonna come out allegedly in 2027. So we'll see.
It looks cool.
Is this the coolest looking thing you've ever seen?
It's up there.
I bet an Italian designed it.
Probably not.
Maybe.
No, because it's the same. It's
honestly,
from the original designer.
This does look like something Johnny Ives would design. If I had to put a designer to it.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
This
is what the Ferrari should look like.
Doug's Mac.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's like simple, clean sheet, matte gray.
Huh? It is an Italian.
For this? Of course
it is.
I'm telling you.
Massimo Frascella.
Let me tell you something. The automakers know, the smart automakers know, if you want a car designed, you go to an Italian. If you want a car built,
go to a German.
Except for the original TT, which Peter Schreier was
within warranty. Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's all you care about.
He was a German, right? Yeah. And now he's at Kia.
Right.
Imagine what Kia would be doing if they had hired an Italian.
Good question.
Filippo, get your resume ready.
They would have taken over the world.
They already have it.
Anyway, I'm pumped for this.
I am too.
Obviously not going to look like this in reality.
I mean, it's not that far off.
Well, I don't think you need bumpers.
There's a bumper.
The original TT is actually the car that proved you don't need bumpers.
Right.
It integrated them. It was the first car to integrate.
It looks very cool.
It does retain the flares.
I think this thing is so cool. I do think the biggest part of this news story, though, is the fact that Audi is it's another tacit admission that Porsche is not building this car.
Yep.
Them coming out and saying, well, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. They're not going to do it. Maybe. Yeah.
Right.
Nobody thinks the Cayman and Boxster are going electric.
No.
Let me ask you this.
Not for a while.
If a gas one comes out, would you support them by buying it? You're a Porsche man?
I didn't support them by buying a 718.
I know, but gas cars weren't in jeopardy then. Now they're in jeopardy. Don't you think it's time to step up and say, hey, we still want gas cars?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, because you like that government overreach. Me and Kennan we're gonna jointly buy a Boxster.
I don't know.
Congratulations.
Thanks. I guess that's what I'm doing.
If they come out with the next generation one, because right now you can't buy a Boxer.
They will come out with another one.
All right, quick question. Why has everything in life leveled up except your Razor? Your phone is basically a supercomputer. Your daily driver can drive itself. Your headphones cancel noise like magic. But your Razor, still flimsy, still overpriced, still feels like it was designed in 2008. That's why I'm obsessed with Harry's. Seriously, Harry's Plus is their most advanced razor ever. And since the first time I shaved with it, I immediately noticed the difference. It's heavier, real metal, not plastic, so you actually feel in control. The pivoting head gets everywhere, and the blades are insanely smooth, and there's no tugging. They're German engineered, honed at 3 angles to cut cleanly at the root, with the blade spacing that doesn't clog up like the drugstore razors do. Plus, there's aloe and vitamin E in the strip, so your skin doesn't feel wrecked after. And somehow, it's still cheaper than the other guys. They own their factory in Germany, controlling everything from steel to shelf, so you're not paying middlemen prices. For a limited time, our listeners can get the Harry's Plus trial set for only $10 at harrys.com/cars. This set includes the all-new Harry's Plus razor, 1 refined 5-blade cartridge, a 2-ounce foaming shave gel, and a travel cover to protect your blades on the go. Just head to harrys.com/CARS to claim this offer. And after purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support us by telling them that we sent you.
Okay, next news story. What do we get?
Yes, this Rolls-Royce has done some weird stuff. I love when Rolls-Royce does a custom thing. And they built this car. This is called the Rolls-Royce Phantom Arabesque.
Sure.
Which is like, we're getting racist. Like, we're getting close.
Yeah, particularly because it was built through Rolls-Royce Motor Cars, their private office in Dubai.
Yeah.
So it's a little, but the weird thing about it is the hood. Now, the hood they've 3D, or they've etched this with lasers. So they kind of took the idea, I think it was Scravito is the Italian.
This doesn't seem notable to me. I'll be honest. I've seen a lot of like wood etched with lasers, seen a lot of like metal.
This
laser
isn't
etched.
an entire
hood.
In life, yes.
Where
This is
have
a
you seen
car. What? Dude, I've seen a lot of electric lamps in my day. Now they're coming out with electric cars, but not notable.
They took a piece of metal and etched something into it. Congratulations.
Filippo, this is the Phantom Arabesque, which I think honestly is
It's questionable.
it's like getting there. It's like that's the kind of thing that a British person would say derisively in London about a car they saw driving around. That's Arabesque.
Yes, Arabesque.
It is, for what it's worth, also the name of the style. It's like an ornamental style, general. Like
Yes, but like
same way as like Italianette.
It's
is
you
a
know what
style.
I mean.
But I agree that's also a little iffy. So
The estimated cost of this thing is $800,000.
Wait, the whole car or just the hood?
The whole you buy the hood and they throw in the car for free.
Wow.
It's like Ferrari.
I
did with
love
the
how it
engine.
looks.
I think it looks cool.
I don't know if we start
How
seeing.
do you clean it?
That is a wonderful question.
It's etched. There's still metal underneath it.
But
yeah, so
think about what that means, though.
with a really small
Yeah.
brush.
There's a lot of work.
it's a lot of work.
You think the people that buy this
PPF
are
would be
worried about
impossible.
it?
You could PPF it, but even then
No, you
you're still
couldn't.
cleaning the crevices.
You couldn't because there's a gap between the two parts of like what's sunken in there is lower.
Yeah,
than
you'd have to
the
be
material on top.
really.
It would get water in there. It'd look like you know
car's
that,
never gonna
that
get driven.
PPF with the fish. It's like that. It's just like a lot.
What?
You remember this? There was this guy who did PPF. I think it was AI. Maybe it wasn't. But he PPF'd over like water and had kois like in his car. There's an Instagram video of this. It's outstanding.
Are you thinking of the show where they pimped people's cars?
No, it seems like that in
Was
the
it just a
modern
fish tank in the car?
was
I've
a
seen
thing-
that.
This is a thing that made the rounds on Instagram. I think it was AI, but my point
Regardless,
is it traps stuff in there.
We are
can't
never going to
PPF
see
it.
the Phantom Arabesque because of this. What a shame, because I was hoping this would come to Cars and Coffee here in San
That's
Diego.
what especially for $800,000.
I don't see a lot of new Phantoms or new Ghosts.
You know,
honestly.
that's a great point. I never.
Saw
I've heard
Phantom
I do
that.
see
2 days ago.
Collins.
Cully's a lot. Yeah, I see a lot of Collins.
Saw Phantom 2 days ago, pulling it into a country
A
club.
Phantom 8.
The new Phantom, whatever the current.
You don't
He
know.
does. It was an 04.
It was an 04. It was probably a convertible.
It's probably just
It was a silver shadow.
off. Oh man.
I do think that one thing that Rolls-Royce should do instead of etching the hoods is come out with a smaller SUV.
Yeah,
Oh,
they shouldn't
yeah.
actually do that. No,
What would be a good
but
name
it's okay.
for that?
I don't know. Like their names are insane, but like
Why do you think they should do this?
because the Ghost was like sold like 8x the Phantom. It was a smaller sedan, but nobody wants sedans anymore. They got an SUV that's doing pretty well. Come out with a smaller SUV.
You got
like
the
like a
X5
Ghost
base.
size.
The Ghost is presumably the length of the SUV.
I'm not, smaller. It doesn't necessarily. I'm just less
Who's-
expensive.
Like
Like a
why-
Range Rover Sport. You're astonished that I've come up with this idea that
I'm
nobody's
stunned that
ever
you think
thought
this
of.
is a good idea.
How about the Range Rover and the Range Rover Sport? Do those two sell?
Do you think that the brand wants to move down market?
I think that when you,
Well-
what do you mean? They did it with the Ghost,
Ghost. Yeah, this has been done already.
and it was successful.
It was
But it's
They
not like
did it with the Continental, and it
it's
was the
not
most
like the
successful thing.
Ghost was competing with the C class.
I didn't say they should come out with a GLC. I just said they come out with a smaller SUV.
they
Like a
have the-
GLE sized.
No, dude, this is obvious.
The Cullinan is like GLS sized.
The Cullinan though is $500,000. I'm saying come out with
the
one
X7
for
is the
$350.
base.
They're
for the
selling enough of them.
They have the X5 that exists for the base for this thing. They should do this,
Come out with one for $350.
and then etch all the
Wasn't
hoods.
the Ghost still based on the 7 Series?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So I would base
All
it.
right, please, Rolls-Royce, come out with a 5 Series signed sedan
No.
and then an X5 size
That's
SUV.
no, I didn't say
I think
that.
this is insane.
You're insane. This is an insane thing. I'm saying just do what they did with the Ghost in the SUV realm.
They
out
already
with a-
did. They should come out with a larger SUV.
did.
if
No,
anything.
the Cullinan is Phantom
it-
priced. It's like crazy
but
money.
it's more size wise is Ghost size.
Well, okay, I'm talking about down market a little. Like the Continental Flying Spur. Do you remember when they
You know
had
what
the Arnage?
Rolls-Royce loves as a term? Let's go down market.
Do you know
a
what?
little.
Do you remember when they had the
Stay in the
Arnage?
market.
Do you remember when Bentley had the Arnage? And
Yes.
it was 300 grand. And then they came out with the Flying Spur, which was the same size but 175 grand. Do you remember this?
No, I don't care. But sure, keep going.
Well, I'm going to clue you on what happened. It was the greatest success story in the history of Bentley.
Yeah.
Going back 100 years to when the Bentley boys had cars with wheels bigger than the car itself.
Here's a fun fact: the Ghost is longer than a Cullinan.
All right, we're moving on.
Oh man.
We have any more news?
No, that's
Thank
the end of the
God.
news.
We got to move on to the Talk Car segment.
been
The
something.
Talk Car segment is brought to you by Ryan Lopez Air Conditioning, which still doesn't work.
What?
I don't know. Filippo, tell us about the pickup.
Yeah, the pickup, the F-250 that we inherited, got picked up by Dave, who I mentioned last week, who's been phenomenal.
Filippo inherited a 70s F-250.
1972 and 73.
Didn't run. I thought it was never going to run.
It is currently running. I got a video yesterday from Dave that says your truck is an absolute champ. They flushed out the fuel tanks. They got some fresh gas. They unsucked the float bowl and the carb, and it runs. There's some things that still need to happen. But
EV conversion.
No, but it runs. It still has some needs. Actually, Dave just texted me.
How old are the tires?
The tires are going to be a problem. I have to look for new tires. They're old.
Well,
they don't have date codes.
Well, when you say, when did date codes be?
The pre-exist time.
Yeah,
So.
they're a little older and they've been in the sun.
The tires are 2 years old. The date codes are on the inside of it.
Yeah,
It just doesn't know
100%. Yeah,
Based on the amount of dry rot,
Yeah. So,
yeah, obviously.
they need
But
new tires.
they're not going to be a problem. What's a couple tires?
Yeah, it won't be a problem. I just got to find them. I haven't
Okay.
looked. But it's otherwise close to running. Dave actually just texted me saying that it looks really great. It needs a few things, but
May I suggest a resto mod?
No.
May I suggest an electric swap?
No.
May I suggest
It's going to look exactly the way it looks right now, which is beautifully patinaed.
I cannot picture you
that's
with
the thing.
that thing.
But then my wife, who is a very meticulous person.
Give a picture.
Of course.
It does.
I've never seen it. Let me see it.
You never seen the truck? I've sent you pictures of the truck.
Oh my God.
It's beautifully patinaed.
You're going to leave the American flag license plate on the front?
I got to put a California plate.
Oh, of course. The government's got to reach right in.
I run plates on my cars. You know?
Reach in and caress Filippo's hair.
The interior needs some help, but my wife is very excited to get it all cleaned up, and we'll replace
All
it.
cleaned up.
Drive it around?
Better known
No,
as
no.
reupholstered.
Yeah.
What hell? What
Yeah.
hell?
Looks like a seat cover that's been there since the 80s.
Why don't you put
probably.
in like a
God.
recliner?
Oh.
Like a lazy boy, like Barco Lounger situation. I don't think that car's really made for that. The front seat does move forward and back, thankfully.
Good.
Well, it
They-
does
they-
that.
Does it?
They don't
Does
all.
it move forward and back when you want it to?
Yeah. It's a
doesn't
great
just
truck.
flop on
I'm
its-
excited
okay.
about it. But it's like it's gonna. Be here soon.
What
Run
are
it.
you gonna do with
Drive
He's
it
gonna drive
around.
it, dude. It's gonna be here.
I will drive to the office regularly, sure.
Like hell, it's gonna be inside of here. That thing parks outside.
No, that's I park my cars outside as is. Period.
I'm pumped.
It's gonna live on my street. My neighbors might be annoyed by it, but it looks cool.
One of your neighbors has a Super Duty.
One of my neighbors sometimes has a dually lifted F2 Model
And
F250
I was at your
that
house
he
the other
parks.
day.
Everybody parks along. It's a cul-de-sac. Everybody parks along the sidewalk. He just parks perpendicular to it in the middle of the road.
I was at your house the other day. A couple of your neighbors, one of your neighbors has Florida plates, and so they'll be okay with your truck too.
Mm-hmm.
So you got two.
They will.
Yeah. Well, I'm pumped, Filippo, and I can't.
I'm
wait.
excited.
When is this coming here?
I don't know, but I got to call Dave after this. Shout out to Dave, who's been legitimately awesome.
Do we have like
I'm
an
excited it's
Instagram handle for Dave or anything? Do we have a name?
Iconic Automotive in
Dave.
Prescott Valley.
Iconic Automotive in Prescott.
Yep.
Folks.
Shout out to Dave, who's been legitimately awesome. I'm excited. I'm legitimately I'm glad that it's running. It needs some timing to be set. It needs some things, but
Needs some timing.
Well, you replace it. You got to get.
Yeah, I
set the
know.
timing, but that's
I
pretty
know.
easy. Apparently,
Dave's got this
Okay.
Iconic Automotive over there in Prescott. Folks, if you're in
Prescott Valley.
Prescott, this is on Commerce Drive.
Yep.
Over in Prescott. If you're out there, go check on Filippo's truck. For God's sake. Okay,
Maybe
let's
with
move on.
Automotive. But I'm excited.
Buy
Legitimately
Dave a
very
hot dog.
excited. Yeah, buy Dave a hot dog from that place down in Phoenix.
I want to
Tempe.
talk about, since we're talking about Ford trucks, I'd like to talk about the Hennessey Ranger. Can you pull up the Hennessey Ranger? We sold it this week. Did you see this?
No,
Okay, type in Ranger.
I've been out of the office this week.
This truck
So
exists.
first gen U.S.
Yeah,
Ranger.
so little known fact about Doug, I love the first gen Ranger. And by first gen, I mean, 2018.
But like, it was
the
gone
ninth gen.
for a bit.
Yeah, it's gone for like 15 years. I didn't know that. I always loved it because it's got a great powertrain. Hennessey did a Hennessey of it. They didn't do a Raptor, this Ranger. Hennessey did it. This has 370 horsepower
That's way too much power.
and 450 pound-feet.
That's way too much
This
power.
That's a
is
lot
like
of power.
exactly what I've always wanted in life. I don't want those wheels, which, those wheels
Those
don't
are
let
the-
government
those are
overreach. Let me
Hennessey
tell
wheels.
you.
Come and take it.
Hennessey apparently makes fake beadlock wheels.
Dude, the fake beadlock. This is every single off-road vehicle right now. You're not gonna fault Hennessey for this. I am obsessed with this truck. I didn't know it existed. I thought Hennessey was only concerning himself with the big stuff like the Raptors. I want one of these. This is exactly the truck I want. The right size, the right power. It's sold for 38 G's. Kennan, should we buy one of these?
I don't know. I'm getting a new Cayman when it comes out.
You
Or
got Boxster. You got to buy them used though because they now there's a Raptor of this range.
For 38. That is
Of the next gen.
the next gen.
That's pretty cool for 38.
I really want this. I had no idea this truck existed. Did you know
truck.
it existed?
No. Oh, that's very cool. Can I
believe it.
share some of the
The
cars
whole
that
time I
Hennessey?
could have been driving around on a Ranger Velociraptor. I love this truck.
We've apparently auctioned 45 Hennessey vehicles.
Ooh.
They include that Ranger, a Corvette, a Challenger, a Camaro, an F-150. They do everything.
Can I?
A Ram,
Yeah, but you know what they don't
a
do anymore?
TRX.
organize it by year. Can we do by year? Do lowest mileage.
Okay. That'll work.
You know what they don't do anymore? Guess what is the common denominator of all of the recent cars?
They're no longer the Ford like certified people, right?
They only do Ford.
They only do Ford now.
They only do Ford.
I thought they had
Silverado.
stopped that partnership.
From 21.
Yeah, there's a Chevy.
Chevy,
But like, look at all the new cars.
Ram.
They're basically all Fords.
Ford, GMC. Yeah,
They told me when I went there that the newer Chrysler and GM cars are mainly like locked out for them, like electronically.
Interesting.
And so they like primarily are doing Fords.
We do have a Lincoln Navigator Hennessey there, and
That
a
is
Dodge
bold.
Durango SRT Hellcat Hennessey HPE 1000.
Yeah, there's clearly a few of the newer GMs and
you
stuff,
would
but not
think-
anything, not like brand new, and
Yeah.
very few of them. It's almost all Fords.
Hey, how much horsepower do you think the Hennessey HP 1000 Durango makes?
1,000.
That'd be incorrect.
75.
813.
Well, 813, 1,000 is
It might be
relative.
Newton meters. We don't know.
Dude, I want that Ranger Raptor, Velociraptor so bad. I had no idea that existed.
That's
it's
very
so cool. You don't think this is cool?
That's cool.
Why don't you, let's pick one up together.
I'm good.
Okay. Wouldn't you rather have this than that Ford truck you're
No.
getting? Filippo.
I'm excited about
This
the truck.
has
come on,
airbags.
Well,
This is
I am
reasonable.
worried about driving the truck around. And my wife and I have had a lot of conversations about what will feel reasonably safe and what won't.
Can I ask you a question? And I mean this with all the sincerity in my heart, and I want a sincere answer because I'm asking it gently. Are you going to drive it around with a piece of straw in your mouth dangling from
Yeah, every time I leave my house, I'm going to pick up a piece of grass, long grass from my yard, which is desert landscape, so that'll be hard. We'll see what I can do.
I've driven your cars on a number of occasions, and every time I've gotten into it,
grass in it, yeah.
there's grass in it, and it's tuned to country. You're almost there.
Nothing wrong with
You're
that.
almost there.
That's
right.
right. There's nothing wrong with that.
I ain't saying there.
I love a little
saying
country.
all
And I was listening the other day to Sirius XM. This is car related. And the country stations are up in the 50s.
I know, they're so hard to get
They
to.
screw
It's
you.
really annoying.
You got to go through like blues. Come on.
Inexplicably, in the 911, SiriusXM is enabled for another month for some reason. They learn who has a vehicle that's transacted and they like re-enable it.
Oh,
for a certain
really?
time. Yeah. And so I've been listening to it. Country is so hard to get to.
It's so
My
There's also-
Mercedes, I got a letter from
Yeah.
XM when I bought it because it has Sirius.
Did you put in? Did you let it happen?
I decided not
It's good stuff, dude. Ariana Grande.
Watercolors. Love watercolors.
I'm speaking directly to my fellow Mercedes-Benz owners right now, letting you know about Moto. I love my Mercedes-Benz Wagon. I drive it almost every day. But what drives me crazy, knowing that there are features already built into my car that the dealer wants to charge me a fortune to activate. That's where Moto comes in. I started using Moto in my own car, and it's honestly a game changer. It's a small device that you plug right into the OBD port, connect to the app, and scan your car. And suddenly you can unlock features in minutes. I'm talking Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, the AMG menu and startup screen, plus customizing anti-theft settings and even tweaking the parking sensor sounds. It works on Mercedes models from 2003 all the way up to 2024, so it covers basically everything. Plus, what I love is that it puts control back in your hands. No dealer visits, no insane activation fees, and if you need help, they've got real customer support. If you own a Mercedes, you owe it to yourself to check this out. Get 20% off your Moto device with code CARPOD at mbito.app. That's mbito.app. Unlock more, spend less, Moto.
Okay, Kennan, you are doing SL65 things. Speaking of,
Yes, I've got a bunch of videos that are coming out relatively soon. So
Kennan Rolson YouTube channel.
that's right. It's Kennan, just my name, Kennan. I'll pop up.
go to the Kennan YouTube channel, watch the videos.
Thank you. Yes, this week I have one coming out of car spotting. My friend Kevin and I took a car spotting in La
Nice.
Jolla, which really used all 604 horsepower to do 10 miles.
You know what I discovered, by the way? 738 pound-feet of torque. Do you know why?
Because it's twice the E39 M5.
It's 1,000 Newton meters.
Oh yeah, that makes
course.
sense. It
Because
is
I went down a Q7 V12 rabbit hole, and it also has 738 pound-feet of torque, and I was like, what a coincidence.
1,000 Newton meters.
Yeah.
Makes sense. It's a lot, but I've got that coming. Nick and I are going to go drag racing soon to see who is faster,
An
SLR or
SLR.
SL65.
What if he's not?
He won't.
I am so afraid. I'm so worried because Nick is so competitive.
He's gonna
that
freak.
he's just gonna get really aggressive with it and like.
You know, I've had a great experience. It doesn't even matter which is faster. I've had a great experience with this car.
Right. Exactly. He's not going to be concerned that his costs 10 times as much as mine
And
does.
SLR is coming soon to Cars and Beds. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get him out of it.
Yeah. So
He
and
likes
then he and I are going to switch cars to compare, like drive a little bit because I'm very curious what the SLR is like. He's very curious what the 65 is like. They're very, very different cars. So we've got some
Yeah.
good stuff come. They are. One's got V12
One's got a V8,
and
one's
one's a
got a V12.
supercharged V8.
I hate to say it honestly. I have driven both of them. Have you driven his?
I have not yet driven his SLR.
I've not
driven
driven
SLR
them both.
forever.
The SLR feels a lot more special. Your
course.
car's amazing. It's super cool.
Of course.
But the SLR, everything is bespoke. And
Well, not everything.
like the doors go up in this crazy way, and the controls for all the stuff is just
same.
bizarre. Well, you got door controls on the bottom, and the door handle is mounted in the
Start,
door
stop
sill,
button.
and
I have that.
yeah,
Start,
but his
stop
is
button.
under a thing.
Yeah.
isn't it?
His is under.
His is under a cage for some
Yeah.
reason. Yeah.
That's different.
Mine's uncaged.
I think the SLR
Isn't yours in the? That doesn't matter.
is so.
Oh no, I agree, and I'm mostly curious to see how much more athletic it feels, because like that's what I would imagine the SLR for.
Yeah.
The reason they gave it a supercharged V8 was so it was more immediate in its acceleration. The SL65 just goes zzz, and then you're off, but you do have some lag.
It does feel like a little bit.
But
more.
nonetheless, for 10 times the cost,
Yep. Right.
I am curious about what it feels like. That's not what they cost new, but what they cost now.
that's how.
So I'm excited to play with that car. And then I've got a couple of things coming up. I let a bunch of my friends drive. Not you, because you're going to do a video on it eventually, and you weren't around.
That's right.
So
Believable.
I let a bunch of my friends drive the SL65. Some car people, some not.
Did
so
anybody
you get the
crash it?
impression. Well, you'll have to watch to find out.
But this is all leading up to what?
It's all leading up to I have decided that I am going to be selling the car. So I've just
Whoa.
like the thing with the SL65 is I love the motor. The engine is a masterpiece. But the rest of the car is very good. It's just compared to my other car, which is very refined and I use every day, it's not enough of a contrasting experience for me.
Yeah, it's also a very refined.
A very
engine-driven
refined,
car.
easy to use car. Yeah, but the thing with the SL65 is the M275 V12 is a masterpiece, and when you get on the highway, it's incredible. But it gets to legal speeds really fast, and to enjoy it, you have to go very quickly with
May I
it.
make a suggestion if you want a different experience on the cars and bids there?
SLC 300.
We have a Lincoln Continental 1960. I don't think it's live yet, but it will be when this is up, that the Queen rode in.
What?
Wow. So anyway, I am already considering like replacements for the car, but I'm going to take my time and see what comes up. But I have loved the experience with it. It'll go sometime in March, I think, is when we're probably going to sell it. I've had pictures
Nice.
taken already and stuff. But it is. I love the car. It's just I want something more
Yeah.
fuzzy and fizzy. And we were talking with Ryan Lopez today about like S2000, something that's like really engaging, which the S65 just is not. That's
Can I
not its nature.
make a recommendation? We have an Automotive Deliberator live right now. Please pull that up for me.
Do you know what this was before?
No.
All right.
It's a Deliberator.
Well, that is more visceral.
So we have
It's got 3 wheels.
we have sold these
That's different.
in open passenger configuration form before, and apparently there's a delivery version.
Wow, there's a wagon.
That they called
Yeah,
the Deliberator.
I want to talk, since we're talking cars, I do want to talk about the Q7 V12 TDI briefly.
Yeah, please do.
You know about this car?
Of course.
Can you pull up a picture? We've never sold one. The Audi Q7.
They're not legal here yet, right?
What's that?
They're not legal here yet.
Well, no, sorta. I'm going to explain that. V12, there you go. Yeah. I'm going to
I
explain.
know of this car.
So here's what happened. Audi came out with this car, and if you look at any of the pictures, you know how you tell it apart. It's got a massive front end.
Yeah.
This has been heavily enlarged.
Yep.
Like to almost comical degree. The press photo, it doesn't seem quite as comical, but I'm telling you, I was looking
No,
at
it
like
looks-
it's big. It's like silly, right? Well, it turns out, I'm dead serious. It turns out that they offered this exterior package called V12 Optic for all the diesel Q7s.
Really?
Really?
So you can get the look like exactly the same with V12 Optic.
Really?
So it's on mobile.de,
Sure.
a competitive site. I don't know if they're competitive.
Nope.
Okay, they're in Europe. They're good. They're good. You're good, mobile.de. I was on mobile.de and I typed in Q7 V12. Well, 12 cars come up, or 18. 12 of them, of the 18, are 6 cylinders, and V12 comes up in the search string because it has the V12 Optic body kit. But here's the thing. They're all debadged, even the V12s. The Europeans debadge mostly. And so there's no way to know.
Well, wow, that is
Wow.
fascinating.
The greatest diesel car of all time.
It's up there for sure.
I can't believe they did a V12 diesel. That
Crazy.
is just insane.
There was a thought in this period that diesel was going to be the future. And if you were going to be into performance cars, you had to figure out how to
Yep.
make diesel. So there was like a BMW 330D and a 335D.
Oh, yeah. 335D is awesome.
And there was this, and remember they did like the M550D and the
yeah.
X5 M50D. Like
I
they were
remember
going,
Chris Harris's video on that many years ago. Yeah.
and the diesel cars ran at Le Mans. And then they started killing people with asthma, so that had to stop.
Can I just say, the regular like S-line package looks pretty similar.
No, this opening, I'm going to tell you something. I saw one of these.
Look up the ones we sold.
I saw one of these on the streets of Prague.
Just Q7.
It was the greatest day of my life. I want to report one.
I
You saw one?
I saw one IRL.
I used
Really?
that.
It's an
It was
optic?
delightful.
No, it had the V12 TD edges in the back. Although that's what I would do if I had an optic.
Rip that off. This one's 10 maybe.
Go to the 2014 one that didn't sell.
No, dude, it's not even close.
I mean, like,
No,
I'm telling you, it's
Filippo, like,
it's
genuinely,
not
like-
even close. Go back, look at this.
no, I know it's quite larger, but they just broke it up.
Listen, I'm going to just put it this way. Me and Kennan, who understand automotive subtleties, this isn't similar. To you, I get it. Now, do you want to import one of these?
No,
A little?
no,
Not even it's a diesel. You like this stuff.
I don't need more power from a diesel.
V12 diesel.
This might be one car we can actually all agree on. I like V12s. You like diesels. You've had an Audi RS2.
I would get one of these.
A2.
It terrifies me.
A2.
They have some miles on them.
Yeah.
Like there are 200,000 miles.
No, there
on
was a
them
lot.
on
I don't think they're
mobile.de.
that problematic.
This is some other YouTuber mentioned this car recently. This is so
Oh,
cool.
I think about them all the time. Yes, I saw one randomly in Prague and it changed my life. I literally freaked out. Like I had just seen an XJ220. Wouldn't you?
I would have 100%.
Yeah.
Never seen them.
Can't believe it happened. Okay,
Yep.
we have any more talk cars?
Yes, I'm not going to be here next week.
what?
I was gone last week because I was skiing with my dad in Wyoming.
Wyoming.
I will be at Moto Miami this upcoming week, which I'm very excited about. I've gone to Amelia Island every year for the last 9 years, and this time I want to try something different. So my friends and I are going to Moto, which will be very interesting. So if you see me around, come up and say hello.
Come up and say hi to Kennan and ask him about his SL65.
Yep. You're welcome to ask me about that or any other car for that matter. But
What about
yes.
the Q7 V12 TDI?
Oh, I've got a lot of thoughts about that. I would absolutely. That's a serious car. Or the V12 optic package, as it turns out.
Optic with a K, by the way.
I would expect
Like the
nothing
Cadillac.
But
That's with a Q.
Oh, yeah.
yes, I'm excited. I'm doing a car spotting video. I'm going to go out in a Rolls-Royce Corniche with
Whoa. Who's
my
got
friend
this
Gail.
Corniche?
It's a friend of mine, Daniel, who has a bunch of cool cars. He's the guy who bought that. You remember the Diablo that fell off the truck?
Yeah.
He owns that car.
He bought it post or pre?
Post, I believe.
Oh.
But it's been under huge restoration and all those things. So he's a
got a
listener. So
Corniche.
shout out to him. I owe him an old fashioned when I see him.
You know that happened in Iowa
Yeah.
or Nebraska?
Something like
Like, what do you do? You're in Iowa and your Diablo.
Well, they got-
Put it back on the truck
Game
and-
over.
There are pictures of it, like they had to get a forklift to go then lift it back up.
Even then,
They had one of those, though, so that's good.
yeah, it is. Well, I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
What do you
I'm
think you'll see?
Good cars. I'll probably see John Tamarian, I'd imagine. I'll see
The real guy or a Lamborghini John Tamarian?
both.
Yeah,
Now,
both.
if I can get a picture of him with it, it'd be like getting Balboni with a Balboni edition. I really want that picture.
Get all four of them together.
Oh, man.
Tamarian is with a Tamarian and Balboni is with a Balboni.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm excited to go. New show. It'll be
Yeah.
fun. And I've actually never been to Miami. I've never hung out
Well,
in Miami. So
it's great and there's a lot of crazy cars.
yeah.
You get
I-
a Turo something cool? You should see Miami Turo.
Well, the
It's
Corniche
wild.
is pretty good. We did look around at Turo. There's some interesting stuff. We have an X7 for most of the guys because I'm going with like 8 people. Which
Oh,
will be
you
fun.
need a big? You need
Yeah,
a big
need
good
a
car?
big.
May I make a suggestion?
Well, if that don't hurt
don't-
the screen. Oh my god.
Jeez.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Aren't screens like cheap now? I haven't
Yeah,
bought a
it's
TV
okay.
in like 30 years.
Yeah,
But
yeah. That
I
was
mean,
like $200.
yes.
You're good.
30 years. You've still
I don't watch TV.
huge box.
All right, we got to move on to the market report. The market report is brought to you by Cars and Bids. Folks, it's not just the cars. It's the bids. It's the bids.
And the ampersand.
That's what makes it so special. Can you
Ampersand.
pull up this Jeff Koons 8 Series?
We did a great video on the Cars
I
and Bids
want
channel
to talk
it.
about this for a second. I love this thing.
I've seen it. I've seen it in person.
I love it, and he's seen it, and that's all he's willing to say.
Yep.
Truly love. I have also seen it in person. I think it's cool. You don't like it,
I don't have a strong feeling about it.
really? Jeff Koons.
Really?
I don't-
This
cool
is
stuff.
A huge art
This doesn't
car-
give you
car
strong
guy.
feelings of any kind.
No.
Well, I was happy. It belongs in the Kennan collection. They have an unbelievable collection of cars. This is
This
definitely the
thing
most
is
colorful.
so cool.
Yeah.
Jeff Koons.
wish-
BMW has an art car tradition.
No,
do.
I'm into it.
What are you into?
Just don't
What
care.
what excites you? You don't get excited by anything. What?
Renault Twingos. The Multipla. I'm really sad I didn't talk more about the Multipla.
I'm sad that you bought
You
that
mean
997.
positively?
You know, I think the 997 is another example of you trying to buy a car that people like,
I love the 997.
but you
I love my car.
You like the weird stuff.
I love my car.
What would you get if left unfettered? We already had a Multipla.
I don't feel like I have been better. I buy the things I want. I would. You texted me the other day. We're like, hey, why don't you own a Saab?
Yeah,
and that's a good question.
Yeah, my friend and I, Kevin, we were going through Facebook Marketplace recently, and some cool Saabs come up. I was like, I could really
I
stick
should
it
own
to
a
Why
Saab.
do you have a 9000 Aero?
Because I've always been more of a 900 kind of guy.
Yeah, but the 9000 Aero, that was the dream Saab.
A 900 SPG would be cool.
The 9000 Aero is the E39 M5 of the Saab world.
Do I own an E39 M5?
Well, but we all agree that it's an amazing car.
Yeah,
It's
Even I
God.
agree.
Yeah. I should own a Saab 900. I legitimately love my 997, and this is cool. And I'm excited to watch the video. I haven't yet, but on the Cars and Bits channel.
Yes, I'll
There's a
watch
video about it on the Cars and Bits channel, and it's a very good video about what I consider to be a very special car, and it's got a Spider-Man interior, which you will never have.
That is so true.
Oh, I forgot about this.
It's not just Spider-Man. The seats are Spider-Man, but other panels are different colors.
Well, other
them are
panels are
brown.
normal.
I legit think it's cool. I would love to have one. It's very expensive. I would get one if it were affordable.
very
And I would drive it. A market report, I want to discuss the 599.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see this 599 sale?
Yep.
We've been talking on this pod, and I don't think we've actually talked in the pod about it. Thank God. We've kept it under wraps. The 599s are bargains. They've been selling for 120 grand.
Yep.
Well, that's over.
Yep.
This was how many miles were on this one?
I think it was a lot.
This was a modified car
25.
with 30,000 miles. So you would expect this to be kind of at the lower end. It actually got a lot of bidding, and it sold for 152,000, which makes me nervous. I was thinking 599s would sit at 100, 120 forever, and I could just pick one up willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Totally. It makes the one I drove in New Orleans, belonged to Chris Carbine. This car, like at 111, even with a salvage title, I figured that was kind of bottom of the market. But I mean, it's clear that there's a trend that is going this way, even with ones with manual conversions. It's like days your cheap 599s might be over.
What are you going to do? You're getting squeezed here.
I've never had an interest in a 599.
He's getting squeezed.
I do think 599s have been way too cheap for way too long, and I'm not surprised to see the price coming up. Ultimately, this car it's beautiful. It offers like incredible power and performance.
Yeah.
Enzo V12.
Like every 599 owner will tell you, Enzo V12, although every V12 Ferrari since the Enzo, with the exception of the 575 and 612, all had derivatives of
612 has a
that.
different motor than the 599.
I didn't know that.
There were
Yeah.
two
Really care.
6-liter V12 Ferraris made at the same time with different 6-liter V12.
Why?
It's like when Ford had a 3-liter pushrod V6
Right.
and a 3-liter dual overhead cam V6, and they
Well,
were
not
different.
really different V12s, chain driven versus belts. I mean, it was
Yeah.
like a whole thing.
Are
612
612s
belts?
next?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, four-seater Ferrari is never going to go up.
They're really easy to change though, because the engine doesn't come out for them. They're right there on the front. It's pretty easy to
So
do.
like I could do it. You and me could do it long weekend with
Legitimately, you and I
with one of
could-
those tensioner tools.
Yeah, I've got one. You and I we could do that.
Boom.
Gotta have
Buy a 612 and do it.
I want a 612. Pull up a 612.
I do
They're-
love 612s.
I've been
Quite
thinking,
values.
I've been thinking more and more about
You say
612.
valueless.
No, they're quite values.
I mean, how unreliable is this car really? Where is this going to come back to me?
It's such a 2000.
Suspension probably. I would imagine the transmissions are serviceable in these.
I would
cars.
do a stick swap.
Well, even better. I don't know what really hurts you. It's just as long as you like what you're okay with the way it looks, which I personally am. I think they're very elegant cars,
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
and they're comfortable. You can fit actual people in them. Yeah, look at that. That's long.
Why don't I have this car for 80? I'm
I
driving
know.
around this 993. It costs 4 times as much. This is
Honestly,
what I
it's
want.
a
This
good
has
question.
2
Can I
times
fit
the
this in my garage?
Probably.
No, we measured it for yours once out of curiosity, and it was like a foot.
My garage is incredibly short.
Yeah.
But I got problems too because my desk is there and I got that couch there for some reason. There's a couch in my garage.
I think it must fit, right?
I think you could fit.
we got to figure that out.
Let me ask you something. Why does buying glasses always feel like applying for a mortgage? Seriously, you walk in, everything looks outdated, the pricing makes 0 sense, and somehow you feel like you need a spreadsheet just to figure out what you're paying for. If you wear glasses like I do, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And even if you don't, I've had enough friends complain about it for years. That's why I'm obsessed with Warby Parker. They completely changed the experience. Their virtual try-on is actually insane. You just point your phone camera at your face and you can see what the frames look like on you in real time. Not the janky kind either. You can genuinely tell how they'll fit and look. And even producer Sean is loving his Warby Parker glasses. Look at him rocking those wonderful fitting frames on his big head. Clean frames, great color, premium feel, and he keeps getting compliments on them. You can tell they're not flimsy, they feel legit. like Sean is. Prescription glasses start at $95. They've got contacts, eye exams, sunglasses, all in one place. Plus, over 300 retail stores if you want to go in person. And for every pair they sell, they'll give a pair to someone in need, which is really awesome. Warby Parker gives you quality and better looking prescription eyewear at a fraction of the going price. Our listeners get 15% off plus free shipping when you buy 2 or more pairs of prescription glasses at warbyparker.com/cars. That's 15% off when you buy 2 pairs at warbyparker.com/CARS. After purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support this car pod and tell them that we sent you.
You want to talk about Ferrari's Vanquish?
Yeah, so Ferrari is selling a Vanquish with us, which I think is one. It's not his Vanquish, to be clear. His dad had one that Ralph Lauren gave to his dad,
right.
and then he did the man. It's not that one. It's one for one of his clients. And I think there's also one here in the office. I think it is one of the most beautiful cars
Yeah, it
of all
still
time.
is. So it was like hit and rebuilt or something?
Something along those lines. I'm not exactly
What is
clear on
its
the
color?
history.
It's a Ferrari
It's
color?
a Ferrari color.
Yeah,
but it's
was
just
it-
gray.
It's Grigio. What is
Canna
it?
di Fuggio.
Grigio. Thank you, Filippo.
Nice.
As our local Italian gatekeeping speaker.
This car is
I just read what it says.
Beautiful.
I think
with
it's
a
one of the
couple of
beautiful cars.
upgrades, this car could be brand new. The tail lights are
Yeah.
halogens. The door, nobody does door handles that look like that anymore. But like with a few upgrades on the outside, this car is so
And the
beautiful
inside.
still.
If you send it back to Aston, actually,
I would do a lot of changes to the inside.
They will. Yeah, they do update the center console and
It's
stuff
such a
like
cool
that.
But the exterior-
But the exterior is just
Is
bite
so-
the back of your hand. Beautiful.
Look at that. That line on the door is such a it's such a risky line, and it
It is.
works so well.
Yeah, they really executed it well. Johnny Ives, if you want to execute upon it,
You want to know how to design a car?
this is how it's
Honestly,
done.
similar belt line.
No Italian involved with this car, even though I
that's
truly
right.
think it's
No,
one of
this
the most
is Ian
beautiful
Callum
cars.
did this car.
Yep.
But and those
That's
wheels.
a really risky line because that line can go real bad. Right?
It can,
you're
but it
doing
just-
you're doing a vertical line in the middle of the back of the car. But what it did was it created this crazy rear shoulder
Haunch,
that like
yeah.
works beautifully.
Yep, couldn't agree. And just ludicrously expensive. The Vanquish was the last handmade Aston Martin before they switched away from that. But it does give that. It's just like haunches. It's just. My friend Jeff's dad had one of these, and when we paint corrected it for him, he came back from a day of surgery and looked at it and he goes, "I'm like, "Con, it just looks wider." And it does look very wide. and
I truly think,
planted.
still to this day, one of the most beautiful cars. I really, really believe that. It's funny because all the Astons from this era looked the same, and this car looks the same as the other ones, but there are these subtle changes. The long sloping front, the Vantage doesn't have that, and the
Well,
big
also,
wide thing in the back. It
wait-
was wide, physically a wider car.
And it's a long. The way it just pinches toward the front is just.
You know what
perfect.
Kennan doesn't like?
I like the fog lights. I like.
He likes them.
I have no problem with
I will say it's fundamentally an interesting car, right? This car's live with no reserve, has
No
28,000 miles. It had an accident that resulted in a salvage title when it had 3,700 miles. So it's been rebuilt, has a clean title now, but it's been rebuilt
And
but
driven a lot.
driven 25,000 miles since.
this is probably good.
And also credit to Matt Fair of the Smoking Tire and a Westside Collector Car Storage for taking some great photos,
love this
including
interior.
hundreds of pages
Touchdown.
of service records.
This interior, keep going. It's really orange, and it looks amazing.
Yeah,
it looks like
chestnut.
that Volvo orange.
Yep.
Yeah, not quite out of comma, but close.
In those pictures, it doesn't. But look at it in this.
Yeah.
It's oranger on the. This screen is messed up. Probably because people been hit.
Maybe if some
Chestnut.
stop doing that.
It
I
just
also very subtle detail you can see in something else. Like the paddles also have a little bit of leather that's on the same color. You can see it right there. It's the same color.
sable or chestnut instead of the other one.
Okay, we got to move on to the questions, which were fantastic. We had to go deep, but I found some great ones. The questions are brought to you by Filippo and his shirt that looks like he got run over. Put it on. Yeah, got tire track sweater.
Winter tire tracks.
Filippo's tire track sweater, of course, is brought to us by Michelin. Are they our sponsor?
Not yet.
Anyway, here's the deal. If you want to ask us questions, you go to the community tab, right? And there's a thing there that says Cars and Bids questions. And you go in there and you ask us questions.
Yep.
And they were good this week. And I'm going to read them to you now. First question from VN Owner. What's the most trouble you've ever gotten into with a dealer, a press car provider, or a vehicle owner? I rarely get in any trouble, and I wasn't going to put this question in because I almost never have any drama or issues. But I have a story that I want to tell, and I'm going to leave out the automaker for Filippo's
Do I
benefit.
know?
Filippo wants me to tell with the automaker, but I'm going to leave out the automaker so that Filippo doesn't get mad at me for something.
They'll never stop me.
6-8 months ago, maybe it's 2 years, I don't know. I did review a car from a dealership, not the automaker. I almost always now get them from the automaker. Review from the dealership. And the automaker, and the video goes up, it's very praising of the car. Car's great. Still think the car is great. Very praising the car. The video goes up, and the automaker contacts the dealer, and they said, this video has to come down. He didn't, get the car through us, and you have to tell him to take the video down. And so the dealer calls me, and they said, hey, the company told us you got to take the video down. And I said, fine, no problem. I'll take the video down. Only one condition. The automaker has to call me. They got to call me direct. I want to hear it from their mouth that they're telling a journalist to take down content. And they didn't, and the video stayed up. But I wanted them to so bad because I knew if I got a call from a car company saying, yo, you got to take a video down, the video that I would then make about such and such automaker told me to remove my video would be so much better than the original video ever could have been. But they wouldn't do it. And I was sitting there like looking at my phone that week, like, come on. But they never called. And then eventually the dealer called and they're like, yeah, they're just going to drop it. And I was like, yeah, I kind of figured they might. Too bad. That's actually happened a few times, believe it or not.
I do believe it.
And when I was early in this, I'd be like, oh God, I'm so sorry. I'll take down the video. And now every time my response is the same, have them call me. And the answer is never that the video comes down. Because I just want to have that conversation. Don't you want to hear that? Don't you want to hear an automaker?
And I think they know that they can.
Let's do it. Let's really do it. Anywho, it all worked out. Next question from... Do you remember this?
I don't... No. I don't.
Next question from Yellow Wolf. If you could only drive one country's cars for the rest of your life, which country would you choose? Kennan?
Kennan has only ever driven one country's cars.
Germany.
I owned a Ferrari.
Kennan is living this. He's currently living
To be
this.
fair, so am I.
I know, you're a German
Outside
guy.
of the Ford, thankfully.
America.
Wow. Really? Carrera GT, really?
Life would be cheaper.
Really?
You own
be.
one American car.
Well, okay,
You've only ever owned like 2 or 3.
Oh my God, I've only ever owned 2. Give
Or
me
3.
a break. I have
run a couple of
the 2001 Ford Explorer Sport, 2004 Cadillac CTS-V, 2011 Cadillac CTS-V, 1995 AM General Hummer, 1997 Dodge Viper GTS, 2005 Ford GT,
You're at 7. Great.
2005 Ford GT, and 2024 Toyota Sequoia.
Oh, you're counting that one?
Pro.
Counting that one? Nice.
That car's built in Texas by non-union labor, and the only people who are driving it are hardcore Republicans.
It's going to be sold in Japan soon.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
I think Germany is kind of the most breadth of options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Italy?
You should never
Germany's
get
kind of the most breadth of options.
You don't think Italy's possible here?
Italy's possible.
Italy's car industry has
not for
collapsed.
cars sold in the U.S.
No,
That
that's not what it's asked. That's not how I'm reading it, though. I'm reading it as
Japan would also be a great option.
Yeah, totally. You could have a Toyota GT1.
I hadn't considered.
Everybody's like, CLK GTR.
You know,
you know what the Toyota GT1 didn't do? It didn't fly.
Right.
Stayed on the ground.
Germany or Japan. Clear
Got a
answer.
Porsche GT1.
Man, I can't talk you into America or Italy.
You could talk into America, probably.
Not Italy. Italy was talk intoable until about 8 years ago. And then the Italian,
What do you want
regular...
that's new?
Exactly. Regular Italian cars took a dive. That wasn't always true. Like even in mid-2000s, a 159, a 156, like, there were good cars.
Totally agreed. The multiple.
Yeah, but then things changed. Like 2012, 2013.
The recession was tough.
Yeah, it never...
It really killed Italy.
Italy's cars are now a disaster. Like it's a rebadged Chrysler 300 and even the small hatchbacks are kind of gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sad.
What a shame. We almost had
The Panda's back, though. EV, but back.
The what?
The Panda is back.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, next question. From NSoch24. You spend time on East and West Coast, but you take a long drive every year back and forth. What is your favorite state in the middle, and where do you like to stop along the way? We got the favorite state in the middle question the other day. I think I said Arkansas or Tennessee. Still love them. But where do I like to stop along the way? Folks, I'm going to tell you a little story here that Filippo knows. I'm going to tell you the story about one of the places I stop.
Yep.
In Memphis, Tennessee, which is a great city. That opinion is not shared by most people. In Memphis, Tennessee, there is a hotel, okay, and it's in a pyramid. And the pyramid used to be a basketball stadium.
And it's currently.
But it's now the world's largest Bass Pro Shops.
Can't make this up.
It's the world's largest Bass Pro Shops. And this pyramid is like a beacon over the world. And you drive, it's right on the other side of the Mississippi River. And when you're driving in from Arkansas, you're like, oh, thank God I'm in Tennessee. And you see the pyramid, and it reminds you, like the true pyramids of Giza, the Memphis. And so, there is one called that. So anyway, it was a basketball stadium. Now it's a Bass Pro Shops. But there's a hotel in this Bass Pro. It's such a big Bass Pro Shops. There's a hotel. They're thinking you might want to spend so much money at the Bass Pro Shops. You might need to stay over. I stay there every year. I have stayed there for years in a row now, one night every year. And the best part is you can choose, click on that picture, you can choose your hotel room. If you want it to be outside looking at the city of Memphis, no thank you, or inside looking over the Bass Pro Shops. And so every year, me and Noodle,
Incredible.
we sit on, the hotel rooms are actually log cabins. No, this is false. The hotel rooms are log cabins. You can kind of see them in the background over here. And me and Noodle sit on our log cabin patio. They have screened porches, even though they are inside a building. And yeah, there they are. And we sit on our log cabin and patio, and we look out over the Bass Pro Shops. Now, to my great I had no idea. I didn't know there was
a boat.
boats.
Water feature inside.
I must not have that view.
There are 6 restaurants.
Yeah. There are a lot of restaurants. Now, to my great sadness, I drive so far that day. I'm usually coming from Albuquerque. I drive so far that I've never been able to be there when the Bass Pro Shops is open, and I leave before it opens in the morning. So I've never actually seen the hustle and bustle that can come from this Bass Pro Shops. But I am very impressed.
Gone underwater bowling. Because they do offer bowling at the pyramid.
I'm told there's
underwater
alligators in there.
themed.
I just no idea. I got the first time I did this 6 years ago. I've been staying in this hotel for years. The first time I did it, I was so excited. The alligators. And I go out on my screened porch in my log cabin with Noodle, and I'm so excited. And I listen, and I open the door and the screened porch, and I hear the sound of those floor buffer machines because it's closed. And that sound went on all night. By the way, I wasn't even able to have my door open to hear the sweet sounds of.
Couldn't have the AC from the Bass Pro Shop. Get back the AC of your hotel room. Tragic.
That's actually a great idea. This is a rare opportunity when you could leave the door open. You don't have to turn on the AC yourself. They'll AC you.
There you go.
I'm sad they don't play like crickets or some sound at night.
Yeah.
You know, that would be nice.
For us hotel guests.
Yeah, because there are a lot of people out there.
They really should.
They're on the porch by
How
the...
do they not have a water park? That's my surprise.
Well, it's in a pyramid. That's a limited amount of space.
that
There
would
are
not
NASCARs
stop the
in
people
here.
of Wisconsin.
It's a real thing.
not
The
race
problem
cars.
is when you show up to this hotel really late at night, there's only the front desk is open, and then you go into an elevator, like the whole floor is closed. Like I've never even been on the floor. I've just looked at it from my perch. Anyway, that's my favorite experience as I drive cross country every year.
That's pretty-
Okay, this is gonna
hard
be,
to beat that.
This next question is going to be rapid fire. From EVs and clutch pedals, for all three of us, it's going to be rapid fire.
Yeah.
Okay. We know that you guys love cars, etc. Rank your level of interest. I want a 0 to 10 ranking in the following vehicles. Boats, 0.
0.
4.
Oh, nice. Trains, 0.
Oh, like 8.
2.
Okay. Airplanes, 0.
8.
2.
Oh, really? Really? You're really into planes?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I keep track of everything I find. Love planes.
Really?
I mean, it's almost always one of 2 planes.
It's like a bus in the
It's gonna be a pretty
Do you keep track
repetitive.
of the buses?
You've been on a
that you ride
747? That's a great, it's a quite an experience.
I did ride on
Been
one
on
of
a
those
lot
planes.
of 737s.
I did ride on one of those planes that has.
Depends on which version of
I
it.
rode on one of those planes that has 2 stories.
Yeah, it was an A380.
How does that work? They get 2 stories on this.
I know, it's cool.
Does it bother you that we didn't have flight figured out until 100 years ago, and now planes have 2 stories?
That's progress.
Okay, rockets, 0.
Yeah, pretty low. 4.
1.
Oh wow, 4 is low to you. 1. He really doesn't care about space. He doesn't care about anything.
Fine, 0 for
What did you
rockets,
say
right.
was high? You said boats.
Boats, I give them 4.
Okay,
They're interesting.
You did, but trains and airplanes, you both gave 2, and rockets, you gave 1.
Airplanes, I'll go up to 3.
I would bring up boats, actually. Sailboats are really cool.
Sailboats are cool.
There's a cool boat called
Excellent.
DeMuro.
And by the way, I want to be clear. I love trains as a mode of transportation.
Okay, right. You're just not
different.
interested in them.
I'm not like I don't care about.
Okay. I'm a Tylenol enthusiast, so I do like trains.
Next question. Farm vehicles like tractors and combines. 0.
Like a 3. When I was a
5.
kid, that was in it.
5. Really? That's the most he said.
They
of
make
anything.
America work. Okay.
He lives in Wisconsin.
Construction vehicles, which actually make America work, like excavators and bulldozers. 0.
Probably 2.
Okay.
I like
the farmers are going to complain about that. 4.
4. The farmers are out there working the fields, dude.
5. But they listen to the podcast.
That's true. Class 6 road vehicles like school buses and 18-wheelers. 0.
0.
6.
His numbers are so non-committal too. It's everything like 3 and 6 is where they all land. Hey, what's cars for you?
0.
No. 8. 9.
Bicycles.
All right, motorcycles. 0.
Like a 2.
6.
Everything's up like a 5. Micro mobility vehicles like bikes, scooters, one-wheelers, skateboards, e-scooters, that kind of thing. 0.
2.
8.
Oh yeah? Can you name a lot of scooter brands?
From like a conceptually, sure, Piaggio makes scooters. There are I find the micromobility space to be very interesting.
Yeah, but you don't know anything about it.
I know a lot about bikes.
What do you know about bikes?
Bikes are one of the great modes of transportation worldwide.
I didn't
So
ask
are
for
all
the
these other
AI
things.
summary
Not
of
really.
it.
So we're playing
Rockets, who cares?
Demonstrate
You know?
knowledge.
Rockets. Who cares?
Tell me about frames. And
I don't go deep on like things like that, you know.
No, you don't.
I'm not like a gadgets person.
A
Surprisingly.
bicycle's a gadget.
The thing that
There
I-
are people
the thing
that get
I've
into
learned
like
about
equipment.
you
like
over
like
time.
our producer Sean knows exactly what kind of tennis racket he uses,
Right.
how the strings are tensioned.
Yeah,
what strings are- I don't care. I buy the one that's like
generic.
generic.
Give me
enough,
the
good
middle of the
enough,
bell curve.
and that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not an equipment person.
Right. Same. Nonetheless, you said 6 or 8 for some of these.
I know.
That's what I was
Cars
expecting
10
more.
in that rating.
Okay, got it.
I was expecting more
I'm not
knowledge.
interested in any of that stuff, but now you know for all of us what our rankings are. I view the rest of those things, boats, trains, planes, like people view cars. Like
Yeah.
a nuisance that I have to use.
Planes are just they're whatever. I don't.
People are like, oh, planes. What plane did you ride on? I once got on an airplane without knowing what airline I was on. And when they came on the announcements, I thought I was on the wrong thing because I had boarded, I thinking I was on United and it was Delta. And then I checked my ticket. I was like, oh, no.
Wait, you think you could have gotten on the plane if that was the case?
You know,
They
of course
scan
not,
it.
but I'm
does
not paying
happen.
attention to any of this stuff. Yeah, that's true. Remember that stowaway who went to Europe?
No.
Okay, here's a great question for Filippo.
Oh gosh.
From W113SL. Whatever happened to automotive night vision systems? Do you remember this?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
They had night vision inside the
S-Class.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the Cadillacs
other
had
cars,
it.
but yeah.
What happened to them? They got pedestrian safety, they got all this stuff, but couldn't night vision make a comeback? I actually, believe it or not, I had night vision in that E-Class station wagon.
Did
that I
you
had,
really?
That white
must
one.
have been the only.
I know.
One sold that.
But when we were driving it like up to Princeton at night, right, from
Yeah.
Philly, there's all these, you're on these country roads, deer
Yeah.
everywhere. So useful. It was so
Was
useful.
it heads up display driven?
It
or-
was in your gauge cluster,
cluster.
but I would, you're not supposed to do this, but I would to the point where I would like half my time I'd be looking at
Yeah.
the thing because it gave a heat signature and you were on roads, there's no cars coming, but the big fear
Yeah,
is
yeah.
deer. What happened to those things? They were great.
Mm-hmm.
It is a good question. I don't know. Maybe it was the liability. The lawyer said we can't have people staring at screens.
But they have navigation and all.
Those
There are still cars that have them. I was in a Maybach the other month
still
that
do.
had them. But like I assumed it would proliferate. Like so many technologies from that era proliferated,
Right.
like LED brake lights and all this stuff.
I wonder if they just never found a way to get it cheap enough, and that technology proliferates because it gets cheap.
Yeah,
Like you figure out how to build it. You figure out how to build it more cheaply.
I'm ready for night vision.
I am too.
Plus, night vision has been around in like a
Yeah.
lot of applications for
Yep.
forever. Military applications and like, I mean, you'd think it
shame.
could like make it into cars.
I will say there are some things where like LiDAR doesn't matter if it's day or night. It's not camera driven, and so you're maybe
Yeah,
okay.
there may become a time when night vision is actually made obsolete by newer
Which it
technology.
already kind of is, right? If
But
you have
I'm
a car with automatic emergency braking that uses LiDAR for it,
maybe
it'll still brake.
it'd be nice to know.
It would be.
I like to know when a deer is going to come, even if the car is going to do the braking for me. I want to know when a deer is coming.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
Because what if you want venison that night?
Okay, two more questions. From Andrew G. Boo, Infiniti FX50S.
Yes.
This is the performance
favorite
SUV that no one talks about. Why is that?
'Cause it wasn't
you
very
ever
good.
You ever driven one? Have you ever driven one?
I've not, but I know enough.
It's just motor. That's why nobody talks about it. It's not athletic. And the transmission's not good. Like, I think they're pretty cool. And on paper, I bet we've sold a couple if you want to put FX50S. They had tons of power.
All the power in the world.
Yeah.
Turns out 390 horsepower.
400
Maybe
horsepower.
not all the power in the
400
world.
horsepower in 2009 was a big deal.
And also, they looked so sporty. They looked so good.
Yeah. The FX45, when it came out, had 345 horsepower in
Which was
2003,
a lot.
which was a really big deal. It took the Cayenne S that same year to beat it out with the V8. The truth is, it's a powerful car. The acceleration times are good. It is just simply not an athletic car. It just doesn't drive sporty. It's simply fast. It's like a Model 3. It's like fast, but that's like all you get.
It's kind of the same. Like, you remember the Infiniti Q50 Red Line or whatever, Red Sport?
Yeah, Red Sport. The Red Sport 400.
Yeah. It was just fine. You know?
Yeah.
Like, they don't make that great of sporty cars.
Okay. Last question from Kennan's next car.
Oh.
Wish I knew what it was.
If the crew had to stage an intervention to force one member to sell a car in their current fleet for their own good, who is getting the call and which car is going?
Nick
Does Nick
P38.
count?
Yep.
Yep. P38.
But like four
Focus.
of Nick cars before it even comes to anybody else. Nick's P38
The Focus.
instantly.
The Focus is his wife, don't forget.
Nick's Focus
That's like-
instantly. Nick's Cayenne.
The
honestly.
Cayenne is
I know,
getting,
it's
it's
getting
looking rough. Poor Nick.
It's
Sorry,
Steve Nick. What about one of the three of us? I think him and one of either his
I
GTI.
just sold my Fiat last week.
either his GTI or
The
his
truck.
station wagon.
The truck.
Oh, the truck.
The truck we're into.
I know everybody wants to say it's me and I should get rid of the E39.
No, I don't
But it's like,
think
I
that.
just posted on
You'd be
Instagram
left with
recently
no
how much I
cars.
love that car.
Yeah.
I just love that car.
You and the, I don't even know.
Ford GT.
Yeah.
No way. Kidding?
By the way, I looked it up. The 612 is 10 inches longer than your Ford GT.
And
You could fit it.
Yeah, but then you have
Tight.
to think about it. I don't like to think. And one of the problems is the Ford
God, no.
GT parks behind my desk, and I'm always worried that I'm going to send a chair into a car.
Well, one time you ran your car into your house. It's a concern.
It was newly built.
You didn't know it was there.
The house hadn't been there before.
You forgot.
I shouldn't have been standing there.
Totally forgot. And so I worry about the chair going into the car.
That's
It has parking sensors.
No, but
The chair doesn't.
the chair,
Oh, the chair doesn't. That's true.
and it's
Yeah.
on wheels.
Good visibility, though.
A lot of folks would
PPF
put a non-wheeled chair in that desk. Not me.
Don't threaten me.
Nick is the clear answer to this question.
Yeah, Nick is because he's a degenerate and has all those cars. That's
Should we do one more question? That's
Let's do one.
sure.
the
One more.
answer.
One more.
From HIEI 625, Doug, during the driving segment of your videos, have you ever seen a video that made you go, oh my God, and make you lose focus on what you're saying and doing? Believe it or not, that has happened a few times. I was driving the Wyra in Newport Beach down PCH, and a Chiron was coming the other way.
Wow.
That was wild. I edited that part out, I think, but it happened. This week, 2 weeks ago, I was driving something. Oh, that green AMG GT four-door S63S GTS four-door E-Performance.
Close enough.
Yeah. And I'm driving on the highway, and a G63 6x6 is driving along next to me. And I literally was filming the video, and I stopped the clip, took the phone, took a picture. I mean, it's a 6x6 car. It's crazy.
Yep.
And then I went on. They didn't look at the 63 E-Performance, four-door G-Performance.
Despite the fact that it was green
They
or
couldn't see
orange
it.
or whatever color it was.
Yeah,
It was so
It was a
hot.
bright color.
It was something bright. I
Bright
don't
color.
remember
I thought it was
anymore.
green.
It was green Hell Magno, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah. Okay, final question. With every generation from Jason Buckholes, with every generation of car getting larger and larger, do you think cars will stop eventually growing in size, or do you think eventually we will change infrastructure to accommodate larger cars? The widths are not getting bigger.
That's not really true.
Here's what I've
Getting
learned.
a little wider.
I'm gonna tell you all a story that I think you're gonna dispute. Cars are not getting bigger. Two things. In the 50s, in the 60s, cars were.
Good point.
You ever seen those cars?
Fair point.
They were huge.
They're big.
Now they're not. Here's the other thing that I've started to realize. As the automaker grows the car with each successive generation, the people who used to buy that car slide in and buy the CRV is now the Pilot. If you're a family, you buy a CRV now, which it used to be you buy a Pilot, but the Pilot's gotten big and the CRV is now where the Pilot was size-wise.
Two-row, but yeah.
It's two-row, but like that's what people are buying. And this has happened with all of them. The RAV4 is now the family SUV, whereas it was the Highlander, to the point where they're not getting rid of the Highlander and this happened with Sequoia and Land Cruiser, right? Land Cruiser got so big and so expensive, they eventually were like, there's not a market for this car anymore. And I actually think that the automakers will continue growing the cars and then slotting underneath BMW in the 1 Series, right?
Yeah.
There was no 1 Series until there was, and now it's like the size of a 3 Series. And so if you want a sporty BMW, that's what you get. And a 5 Series is a big car.
That's a good point.
And that is the cars will never get big as a result.
Interesting. I do think that you see in countries that have a lot of historical infrastructure that they can't easily change. A lot of Europe, Japan, there is still very much a lot of demand for small cars because that's all that you can reasonably drive around.
Right.
And that's going to limit size increases. I think if you go to like a new suburb anywhere in America, lanes are really wide. Parking spots are really wide because they want to accommodate that. So there'll be some continuous increase up, but you also still want to be able to drive through Old Town Philadelphia. And that street's not going to get wider. And so if you want to do that, if you live there, you're going to need to go for smaller cars. And that's going to
Isn't it old
constrain
city?
it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to constrain
I think that widths are not growing. Isn't 80 inches like the max?
No, widths are still growing a little bit.
Like the ships through Panama. You know what I mean?
Right.
Another good Wikipedia dive.
I think that there will be some on the margins they'll increase, but a lot of infrastructure is not going to change.
I think the cars get bigger, they age out, people get into the smaller ones, cars are getting smaller. The average size of car in the 60s, I guarantee you, was like 2 feet longer than the average size of a car today. We are getting smaller and more efficient, and everything's going to be just fine.
And no more start-stop.
And start-stop is over. Goodbye, everyone.
Hot and cold again.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.